Question.
You're on air.
No, this is this
I'm on air now.
Excuse me.
Well, this would be that's helpful. So I can talk again and people can hear me. Good.
You sound good.
All right, fantastic. After some technical difficulties, we are back at Inferno TV. 13-9. Or is it still 13-8? Free throw made by Canyon's Jovan Milicevic. Bengals to inbound. Damari Sawyer will check it in.
Well, I get to join you back in the broadcast, Ben. Finally, some fixed microphones here at Skyline Prep.
Yeah, we seem to have a call against Green that just happened against the Bengals. Brown gets to inbound it. Gets to hand it off to Racha. Now it's back into the hands of Brown again. Takes the shot, and it gets in. Daquan Brown, huge shot from the wing.
Skyline Prep has made a couple of shots behind the arch tonight. Definitely a deep-range shooting team.
Whoa, an easy lane inside. Scoops up, it doesn't go in, but the rebound does. Jovan Milicevic is having a huge game with his size, dominating over the Bengals, but they're still down by 6.
Yeah, both teams able to work off of one another's weaknesses, defensively at least.
Brown triple teamed, could not get the pass, and it goes to a turnover back into the hands of the CIA.
I really like how offensively Canyon International has been able to work inside, especially their driving and dribbling skills. But for Skyline Prep, their deep-range shots, the three-pointers especially, and then how they move the ball around the perimeter has been really, really exciting in this first quarter. Ben, only 3.5 minutes left, and it's a 16-10 game. It's still pretty close.
Well, and Jack, let's not forget about Jovan Milicevic here. I mean, sneaky good game. He can do just about anything right now, and sneaky, pretty well fit for someone part of the CIA. I mean, let's go here. CIA back with the ball in their hands. McCoy cannot get it in, and a turnover. Milicevic goes up, doesn't get in, but it's a foul. Cash Benton hit him on the arm. We will have free throws here for Milicevic in a game that he is controlling for the CIA.
And you know, coaches are never going to encourage fouling, Ben, but there are such things as good fouls, and in that situation,
You think that's a good one, huh?
We've talked about Jovan being a pretty big presence on the inside tonight, and I think it's a pretty good bet that he's going to make an easy layup.
Right, but it looks like that slam dunk might, as it did go out, these free throws seem pretty sure thing as well. As one of them just went in to bring him back within 4. This one for 3. That one was good, down by just 3 now. Full court pressure by CIA. Brown shakes around, pass to the corner, shot, air. Milicevic with the rebound. Charles turns it over. Bengals again in transition. Pass to Brown, open corner. Banked off the back of the rim. The CIA again. An open lane given. And a slam jam for the CIA once again. That was Dan Howard again.
Yeah, we've talked about Jovan being strong in the paint, but Dan Horan has had at least 2 slam dunks already. I think it might even be 3.
A no-look pass from Brown, a bounce inside, and there's another good layup for Malik Moss.
And you talked about Malik Moss and the presence on that last play. He's a guy who loves to stay in that corner. You got to watch out for him, though, because he can move inside. We saw him drive and make a nice play and a nice shot, but he's also a guy who can shoot threes in the corner. We've seen that today as well.
And CIA are back in. And we are going to move to our sideline reporter, Trey. What do you got for us right now?
So I spoke with head coach Thomas prior to the game, and here's what he told me. He said, they don't want to force themselves to full court pressure like they did in their previous matchup because they got off to a slow start. They had a better second half, but they could not finish. So they're going to try to take what the defense gives them on the offensive side of things, and on the defensive side of things, they got to come out with energy, and that's what he wants them to do. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Trey. We just got an over-the-back foul there against the Bengals. As we had Rakeem Green try and get a drive inside, but he pulled a really easy foul there instead.
And to go back to what Trey was saying, definitely a game of give and take. And Skyline and Canyon International have taken what the defense has given them, a good strategy by Coach Thomas, headed into the game.
CIA are just down by 3. These free throws can make a big difference, though. They do not make a difference. It is back in the Bengals' hands. Almost lost it. Rucker alone. Now joined by his team. Tries to pass inside. It goes off the hands of Milicevic, and it's still Bengals ball. Up by 3 with just 1:30 left in the first quarter. Got it to Funk. Back to Brown, who's open on the wing. Takes the shot and goes in. Easy 3 for Daquan Brown. Shane Sharp gets cornered. Gets it back out. Milicevic gets swiped. Moss up to Rucker. Back to Moss in the mid-range. Moss spins and takes it in. Moss with another great drive. A timeout for CIA. They've seen enough from Malik Moss.
Skyline prep, the 2 guards on the last couple of plays really showing out. We've talked about them all this first quarter and account for a majority of the first 23 points for the Bengals here tonight, Ben. Those last 3 plays we have to break down, though. We saw Malik Moss have a nice drive, the spin move on the inside for the layup.
Yes.
But before that even happened, the steal by Daquan Brown. Unreal stuff. And the play before that, again, Daquan Brown and then a Daquan Brown 3, and then before that I think was another Moss layup.
Well, and let's not forget, we had J.J. Funk sitting there on the corner. He had a great pick and screen right there. Gave it up to Brown for an open 3 on the wing that Milicevic had to guard. Couldn't get out there for perimeter, and it was an easy 3-pointer for Brown. Taking every shot they can get and making the best opportunity of every possession. That is what the Bengals are doing. They are winning this game because of that so far.
And they are starting to separate from Canyon International in the latter half of this first quarter.
And here comes Green once again with Rucker guarding closely. Rucker takes a bit of a charge, and it will go the Bengals' way as Rucker took the charge from Rakeem Green.
Yeah, Rucker doing a solid job of getting his feet set and getting right in front of the driver to the lane and gets the call. Referee gets it right. So Skyline ball.
Mari Sawyer will give it to Moss. Moss is immediately doubled in full court pressure, gives it out to Rucker. You got to get it up court fast. They get it in time. Sawyer back out to the wing. His shot, no. Dennis Rocher could not get that to fall. CIA back out to the top of the key. Charles' shot is good. 16 seconds left for the Bengals to create something. Up by 5. Moss shakes the defense. He drives inside, passes inside. No good. Rebound, no good. Half full court heave, no good from Charles. And that will end the first quarter. 23-18, Skyline Prep Bengals are ahead. Jack, we already talked about it a bit, but the offense turn over the defense for Skyline is becoming pretty huge, but sometimes that doesn't matter for the CIA. They just get back and they'll make a great shot, shake a defender off, and pull up for a shot that just goes in.
Yeah, we talked about this at the very beginning, the size difference for Canyon International. They got that big, strong presence and the paint, but it's not just Dan Horn who can slam dunk it like we've seen a few times in the first quarter. It's some of those other guys, as you mentioned, who are driving into the lane. They made a couple of layups. There's nice spin moves inside. Skyline as well has done the exact same thing as Canyon International. They're working around the perimeter, they're taking a few shots on the corner, and they're also driving inside.
And the second quarter is bound to start in just a few seconds here, as the lineup that just came off the court will return. Once again, Bengals up by just 5. Start of the second quarter. It's already been an exciting first quarter. And we've got 3 more to go. Who doesn't love this? High school basketball on a Tuesday night.
There's no better way to end my day, Ben, than to get to call a high school basketball game with you.
Jordan Charles with a great shot from the wing. Brings it within 2 for the CIA. Moss hands it to Funk. Drive inside for Olabi. Draws the foul. Shots are coming his way. Bengals are up by just 2. These free throws will make a difference. First one goes in, 24-21. Still just a 1-possession game. Olabi's second shot does not go in. Oh, stripped by the Horns pass, and that is Olabi getting his free throw missing and then taking the rebound away from CIA. Plays it up. They're up by 5 again. Jordan Charles shakes Moss, has Funk, takes it on the mid, and he makes it. What a shot from Charles.
You know, going back to that last play, Ben, as a coach, you have to love the grit, the determination, and the hustle of Olabi to get his own rebound after missing the free throw.
Absolutely. Rucker hands it to Moss over here on the other side. Olabi again spins and lays. Does not go in. Rattles off the rim. Rucker gets back. A travel by the CIAs leads to a turnover. Bengals will have possession once again. That was Nashane Sharp with the travel.
Olabi on that last shot just needed a little bit softer of a touch.
Moss taking on Charles, gives to Rucker. Rucker will drive, lays it. It bounces out of the rim. Funk rebound, no putback. Warren gets the board and pulls a foul. A huge rebound for Horan there to also draw the foul. CIA ball. And Brown will check back in. Damari Sawyer will get out. Bengals are now using full court pressure. The CIA was using that against them early in the first quarter. Brown does not get the steal. Open layup does not go in. Rucker will get the board. Pull back. Brown stumbles out of bounds. Mistakes a pass that was going to Moss for his own, and it becomes a turnover for the Bengals off of miscommunication.
Coach Thomas yelling at his player, Daquan Brown, saying that ball wasn't going to him and that if he's going to run into the corner, he needs to look out.
Great shot there for McCoy. Alabi. Great draw of the foul against Horan again. Alibi will be heading to the free throw line for a pair.
Horan disagrees with the call. Put his hands up in the air saying, I didn't make any contact, I jumped straight in the air. Although contact was made, Alibi fell to the ground, awarded to a trip to the charity stripe because of it.
Well, those are the fouls, Jack, that we call for being too tall. And in this case, unfortunately for Horan, he was too tall for that play. You have to be this high to ride this ride. But not that high. It's a 1-point game here. Bengals are still ahead, but they have subtly lost an 8-point lead that they had in the first. Funk gets the board off the miss. Moss, wide open on the wing, did not make it. CIA is moving in momentum. Rucker with a huge swat. Funk gets it. Rucker will move up, drives inside. Reverse lay goes in for Rucker. They're up by 3 once again.
Suddenly, Ben, this second quarter, Skyline, interestingly enough, has kind of gone from defense to offense, and that's how they've been flowing the last couple of minutes.
Charles slid on the floor. Brown almost had it. Did not get the steal, but another rebound by CIA. Goes up, gets a foul. More shots will be coming. And this time, I believe for Namadi Ugali. Or not, sorry. Apologies, that's Jelani McCoy. Can't read my own handwriting, Jack. Sorry about that.
It happens to the best of us. If you have bad handwriting, I guess.
Well, that's kindergarten wasn't kind to me. Again, the Bengals are up by just 3. But with that free throw by McCoy, they're now up by just 2. Full court pressure once again on Brown. Does not matter though. Brown shakes, spins, goes inside, hands off to the corner. Sawyer, good for 3. Another impressive spin into the corner shot. Goes in for the Bengals. Milicevic is back out, passes to the wing where Charles is waiting. Bounces around, doesn't go in, but the rebound and put back, easy for Iai Azurdi. Brown, Sawyer, back to Brown. To Alibi, to the corner where Funk goes over the rim. Sawyer on the rebound. Drew pulled a foul.
A couple of forced passes on that last possession for Skyline Prep, and you could hear Coach Thomas screaming as player, easy, easy, find the easy ball.
Alibi gets the steal, dribbles up the court with Milicevic behind him, and 1 for Alibi. More shots coming his way.
This kid just makes it look easy.
And with the tallest guy on the court chasing him down, he still manages to pull up for an and 1.
A 6'8" forward from Toronto, Canada. Just a pure athlete.
Free throw on the way to put him up by 6. Goes in. Sawyer checks out for Rucker. backdoor, and Charles now being guarded by Dennis Rocha. Milesevich open on this point. Top of the key was wide open for Milesevich. He just pulls it and goes in. Brown draws a foul right at half court.
Been offensive inconsistencies, in the second quarter for the Bengals have allowed Canyon International to stick around 35-32 with just under 4 minutes in the first half. Skyline with the ball. Let's see if they can do something.
Keeping a steady lead here. Keeps going back and forth. Bengals have stayed in charge for a while here with Rucker passing out to Brown. Brown takes it. Spot up shot. Oh! A huge three for DeQuan Brown.
I just got done talking about how they've struggled a little bit compared to the first quarter offensively the Bengals have, and they needed to score there to kind of get out of that rut. Nothing better than a big three.
CIA easy drive inside for McCoy. And a swat. It'll remain Bengals ball, but a great play by McCoy just to upset them a little bit more. Down by 4 still. We got a call against the CIA once again. This time it was on McCoy. Seemed visibly pretty upset, and it'll lead to free throws immediately for DeQuan Brown. First shot rattles out, but he has another coming his way to put them up by 5. Brown off the top of the rim. We'll go back to the CIA with 3:20 to go. Charles has alibi. Rocha takes on Milesevich, who spins, passes out to the wing. McCoy, his shot just misses. Rucker gets the rebound. 3 minutes to go for Rucker. He passes the half-court line, passes out to Brown. Inside drive, spins to Funk on the corner. Funk puts a floater, does not go in. Charles running for the CIA. Spots up, passes inside. Rakeem Green's layup gets taken away by Rucker. Rutgers gets taken away by Ayayi Asserti.
Talk about the block, though. J.J. Funk, the 6'7" forward. Funk, a guy from Twin Falls, Idaho, coming out and jumping like he is as tall as the entire state of Idaho.
It is a pretty tall state. You're right about that.
It's tall and skinny.
Yeah.
Just like J.J.
Exactly. And it looks like we got Trey Matthews back here once again. What do we got for this time, Trey?
So basically, I can hear what Coach Thomas is saying to his team after every single possession, after every time a player is subbed out. He's basically saying, you got to try to get the rebound, because the reason why this score is so close is because you got to try to corral the rebound both on the offensive side and the defensive side of things. I think Kawhi Leonard had this saying, board man gets paid, and unfortunately for the Skyline, it's been a series of bad luck in terms of controlling the ball in that sort of aspect. So what they got to do is similar to what Thomas is saying. You got to box out, and you got to try to get the rebound.
Well, thank you for that, Trey. Always a pleasure. Please feel free to join us anytime.
Well, he is our sideline reporter, Ben.
Yeah, we don't really have a choice in the matter, do we? So we'll definitely see Trey again later down the line.
Well, you think?
It's possible.
Because I know.
You know?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'd be willing to put some money on this.
It's a bold statement. DraftKings, watch out. Alibi got it at the top. Pass to Brown. Play has been drawn. Gives it to Rucker on the wing. Rocha called on the travel. Another turnover, careless turnover for the Bengals. CIA will regain down by 4 with 2:18 to go. Jordan Charles, who fears no man. A careless turnover again, this time for the CIA. Jordan Charles tried to give to McCoy, but it looked like he missed McCoy by a couple feet there. Now we have Rocha to inbound. Brown, Rucker, Funk, and Alibi out there. Brown receives it on the other side. Rucker trying to shake off Green. Drives, does not get it to go. It'll still be Bengals basketball. Funk to Rucker. Take on Charles to Brown, who has Horn. Alibi over Milevsevich. Doesn't go in. Milevsevich draws it back in for the CIA. An open shot on the wing. Doesn't go in. Alibi gets a shot. And it gets swiped away by Charles and Milevsevich. Charles Milevsevich on the wing. His shot. No good. A wild pass has a wild conclusion. It's still going in. Alibi fades, doesn't get a foul drawn on him, falls to the ground. A wild set of plays here is not ending yet. Everyone is running, everyone is sweating, and it is not getting any prettier. Charles passes out to the corner over Funk. Doesn't go, but the putback by McCoy does go in. Finally, a shot falls for one of the two teams, 38-36, 45 to go.
A lot of guys gassed here in the final minute of the first half, Ben, and that might lead to why some of these last few shots haven't fallen.
Illegal screen by Funk. Will be another turnover. One of the very many we've had in this second quarter. And I say many, Jack, because I've already lost count.
It would help to have a stat broadcast or some analytical guy, but,
right.
But it's just high school, so.
Yeah, and analytics was not in the job description when I signed up, so counting wasn't something I've been doing.
Trey
Left
Matthews?
that to Chase Beardsley, our producer today.
We can make Trey Matthews the stats guy?
Is Chase counting over there? Got to make sure. Milevsevich drives inside against all of the Bengals. Does not get it to go in, but Horan does. Putback goes in for Horan. They are tied. 5, 3, 2. Moss. A great layup inside for Moss. Ends the first half.
That ends up becoming a really big layup, Ben, to end the half. We talked about the final minute and a half, 2 minutes. Offensive inconsistencies by both teams. Not a lot of shots were falling in that last 2 minutes of play. So to get one and to get a 2-point lead headed into the locker room is a big deal for either team.
Absolutely, Jack, and we will wait 8 minutes as the half concludes. We will catch you all again at the start of the second half.
I wish.
a guy has $52 million lying around? I'm gonna go take some. No? You think I'd be here right now if I had $52 million hand out? Yeah. All right, you want to? Look at the train. Yeah, okay. You're a train. Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, buddy. What else do you want to tell you? We welcome you back inside of Skyline Prep Basketball Arena. My name's Jack Bartlett. Alongside me is my very good friend, one of my best friends, Ben Yates. Thank you for being by my side. The first Yartlet call ever in history. We had our first broadcast for the Yartlet a few weeks ago.
Inferno Intel, inside the Inferno.
We did, yes.
Yeah. Now we're outside the Inferno.
Here we get started with the second half. Skyline Prep up 40-30. Driving is Malik Moss. A foul called on the drive. Stops the clock 4 minutes into the second half. So 7:56 left in the third quarter, as the Bengals look to check the ball back into play.
And they had a pretty good first half, Jack. Really competitive. And in the second quarter, a lot of turnovers, a lot of fouls, a little sloppy on both sides in the second quarter. But in the locker room, you never know what they talk about. Might be cleaning it up here for the third.
Brown checks it into Allaby. He can't pick it up, and it will roll out of bounds. Looks like it is off of Canyon International, though, as it rolls out. So back to Brown for the check-in. Brown up top to Allaby. He gets it to the perimeter. Back to Brown. Brown trying to find Allaby. Has it stripped away. Canyon International going the other way. A bounce pass just in front of his teammate, Iai, as it bounces out of bounds. So once again, it'll be Canyon International.
How about Milesevic with that block steal combo that he had over Funk? I mean, that was absolutely absurd what he just did. It shouldn't really happen in high school basketball, but it did. And now we're here on the other side of the floor. Canyon is trying to get another couple here.
Canyon International, a pass in front, outside in the corner. The three, it won't land. A defensive rebound picked up by the Bengals' Malik Moss. Goes the other way, a pass outside, the three-pointer. Just off the mark. Offensive rebound, back up top to Brown. Brown, holding it in his hands, finally dribbling it around. Brown, up top, still dribbling. Pass to his teammate. And now back to Brown. A bounce pass to Rucker up top, and now Brown again. Brown, the three-point shot, in and out.
Brown.
Defensive rebound, and Canyon International the other way. Stripped away, Moss. A bounce pass to Brown. Brown, another bounce pass to Rucker. Inside, the shot blocked away. Jovan with the defensive board. And now Charles. Past half court to Jovan. The three-point shot. Just off the mark. Into the hands of Moss for the defensive board. Bounce pass to Rucker. Back to Moss. And a solid layup for Moss.
No-look pass by Rucker.
42-38 now. First points in a couple of minutes for either team. Charles with the ball, driving inside. A bounce pass back to his teammate Raheem. Inside. Dan has it taken away. Off the shot. Brown will dictate the offense. Takes the ball across half court to Moss. Moss driving inside. Another layup. Can't quite get it to fall. Horan with the rebound. Finds his teammate Green. Green to Milicic. Milicic inside, still working. The layup. Horan gets the offensive board and gets the putback as well. A two-point game once again. Brown looking to get the offense set yet again. Past half court, a screen for Allaby. Working inside is Brown. The shot, solid mid-range jumper, pushes the lead back to 4.
It's kind of surprising how the CIA aren't ahead right now with how they've been playing, but Brown and them have been playing really well for the Bengals.
Green to Charles. Charles driving inside. Charles with the chance of an and one, can't make the shot, so he will go to the charity stripe for the potential of 2 points, cutting the lead in half for the Bengals.
1.5 just being 2. I mean, hey, it's a close game, all right. I mean, it's been pretty close all game. I think the biggest lead was around 8 or 9, if I'm not mistaken here. No double-digit leads yet.
Charles' first free throw goes in and out. So a chance to cut the lead to 3 here. You can go 1 for 2 at the line.
The CIA have tied it at for a little while, like not too long ago.
I'm trying to get it fixed right now.
But they have not had the lead since the beginning of the first quarter.
And Green does go 1 for 2 at the line on that trip. Canyon International down by 3, 44-41 for Skyline Prep. It'll be Rucker to check it in, finds Brown. Brown, some open space, across half court, finds Moss. Moss working inside, driving, has it taken away, poked out at the last second.
Just
Off
lost.
of the hands of Moss.
That's
So
really
it is
unfortunate. It was a good drive there he had.
Canyon International ball. It's Iai has the ball in his hands across half court. A bounce pass inside. The mid-range shot won't fall. A defensive board from Malik Moss. Moss driving down the court, coast to coast. Can't quite get it to fall. The defensive board once again. Iai. He finds Green. Green inside to Milicic. Milicic strong inside. Can't get it to go. A shooting foul, though. The second chance in about 2 minutes for Canyon International with a chance of 2 more points at the free throw line.
We're going to talk about how Moss just moved Milesevic inside. We'll see. Trey, what do you got for us?
So basically, I can hear what Skyline is preaching on the Skyline, which is they got to try to push the offensive pace because we saw this a few minutes ago when Moss was able to get a wide open layup opportunity. But moments ago, unfortunately, he had a shot that went horribly awry. That's not what Skyline wants them to do. Push the offensive pace, find the wide open man, and get back on defense because you don't want to lose your man. And as a result, you leave a rebounding opportunity and also a scoring chance. That's basically what Skyline is preaching on their Skyline.
44-42 with about 4.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Rucker with the ball in his hands, driving. A shooting foul. Coach Thomas calling for goaltending.
Looks like you got your bet right, Jack. Trey did come back.
He had to. He's
Yeah.
still our sideline reporter.
Now, can we put money on him to come back again later in the fourth?
I sure hope so. I got money on it.
Good. Yeah. Looks like an easy day for us.
Yeah, I can actually quit my day job after this bet hits for Trey Matthews coming back for a
Got it.
sideline hit one more time in the fourth.
We got to pay for gas somehow.
Yeah, I mean, I just made a long down and back trip from Tucson today, so
Yeah,
I
this
could
tuition's
use-
getting too expensive
I
for me.
could use some gas money at the moment. 47-42, Canyon International with the ball in their hands. Iai Osandi to Milicic at the elbow, trying to work inside, finds Jelani McCoy. McCoy working, tried to find the layup. The shot blocked away, goes out of bounds. Referee signaling for a block shot, so it will stay with Canyon International. Just under 4 minutes left in the third quarter, still 47-42 for the Bengals.
We're getting
As
a
the
little,
ball was being passed back into play, referee blows his whistle, looking to signal for a restart.
watch inside here. You have Racha hooking his arm and whole body around Milesevic already. It's getting scrappy. Jerseys have been tugged. We might see something here in just a moment.
So we had to reset the shot clock to 14 seconds. Horan finds the ball in his hands up top. Back to Green. Green out to Charles. Charles dribbling it. 3 seconds left in the shot clock. The three-point shot is good. Jordan Charles at the last possible second gets it to fall and cuts the lead down to 2 for Skyline Prep. Rucker across half court and finds his teammate. Now Brown inside the pass. The layup blocked away by Horn. It's going to be called for goaltending.
Right inside the cylinder, just in time for Brown Horan trying to deny everything for the Bengals. Just couldn't get that one.
What an athletic and impressive play, although called for goaltending, so 49-45 for Skyline. Charles to Milicic, the fadeaway mid-range, can't get it to fall. And now Brown pushing it forwards. Out to his teammate. The layup is good for Danon Rucker. A 6-point lead for the Bengals as Charles pushes forward.
Look at
Corner
Rucker,
to
man.
Milicic. Milicic guarded by Anderson. Milicic from the elbow. An offensive board for Canyon International. Charles back up top, driving the mid-range. Horan with the offensive board and the putback. 51-47, 2.5 left in the third. Rucker with the ball in his hands yet again, dictating the offense for yet another possession. Brown driving forwards, trying to get a no-look pass
And
to Cash Benton.
he's not happy with himself.
Well off the mark from his teammate Benton. Canyon International back with the ball in their hands following a pass that went awry from Brown. Green inside, a mid-range shot. It knocks down, 51-49.
It really has been a close game all the way, and it's because rebounds have been even, shots have been falling.
Bounce pass inside. Try to get a soft touch with Benton. Can't get it to fall. Charles in the corner. Canyon International. A pass inside. Milicic gets the soft layup and evens the score at 51-51. About a minute and a half left in the third. Brown back to the dictator of offense for the Bengals. Brown, a no-look pass in the corner to Moss.
Pretty pass just didn't work out for them that time. Moss is going to be Cash from that spot. Speaking of Cash, Cash got the board and just threw it out of bounds. Unfortunate for him, just a
Benton was
small turnover.
trying to get an offensive board for his team, but as you mentioned, slipped out of his hands. And it's now Charles dribbles it forward for Canyon International, guarded by Malik Moss. Picked up, passes it, swung around, the elbow shot, a three-pointer for Nashane Sharp.
And that tied
And Canyon
game,
International now with a three-point lead, under a minute left in the third quarter.
their first lead since the first quarter, Jack. Nonetheless, a three-point lead off of that fantastic shot.
Daquan Brown doing it by himself, going from coast to coast, driving, finding an open lane, cuts the lead down to one for the Bengals, 54-53. Jordan Charles guarded by Daquan Brown, an elbow three, and it back-to-back three-point shots for Canyon International. The deep range threat is real. Daquan Brown trying to do it himself again.
Yeah, I'm convinced.
Whistle blown though.
I'm convinced. I think this guy can shoot.
21 seconds left. Daquan Brown looks to check it in for his team. Kevin Allaby in the corner. Now moving around, trying to find Cash. Benton has it knocked away by Milicic. Milicic is the last to touch it, the referee says. Timeout called with 19.2 seconds left in the third quarter. It will be Skyline prep ball when play resumes. But Ben, in the final 20 seconds, what do you want to see from Skyline to cut the lead down from 2 points or from 4 points down?
Well, I would say play better defense, but how do you play defense against that shot? I mean, they've made it a couple times now where it's like, okay, well, I guess we can't do anything about it, because how are they making these shots at the CIA? I mean, it is incredible. They are surgical strikes. They are well-placed, well-timed. And honestly, it just goes with the name, Jack, CIA. They know what they're doing. They hooping. Who plays against a team called the CIA? I mean, someone who's going to be in trouble. And the Bengals right now, they in trouble.
Dad joke of the century, Ben. Dad joke of the century.
They in trouble, Jack. Just saying.
19.2 seconds left. Daquan Brown to check it in for Skyline Prep, down by 4 points. Brown to Moss up top, back to Brown. Brown guarded by Charles. A screen by Alabi, up top for three. Nothing but net, and not in a good way for the Bengals. Milicic, it'll be Charles who picks it up. 4 seconds left. Milicic going down the court quickly. The layup, the putback, gets it to go. A buzzer-beating shot for Canyon International. 53-59 for the CIA. And I think you might be onto something, Ben. They know something that nobody knows.
Well, they got the intelligence details, Jack. They have them all, the briefs and everything. They've done some of their scouting pretty well tonight, and I think they knew exactly what targets to hit today, and they have hit them. Except for the fact that, how are they hitting them? Because seriously, there should be no way that they get these shots off, but they do, and it still works for them. Now, rebounding is an advantage. They have the size, they have the verticality, and you got two big guys like Warren and Milesevic up there in the front court for them. There's nothing you can do except for hope and pray that they don't get the board. Right now, I mean, how Moss gets the board is beyond me. How Rutgers been getting rebounds, beyond me. They have been fantastic, phenomenal of getting this lead forever. But now they're falling down by 6 to start the fourth when it was tied at the beginning. It's incredible to me what they've been doing for CIA, and I'm with you, and I think you're with me. They know what's going on.
8 minutes left in regulation. Canyon International has started to look really strong with the offensive boards. What do they need to do to keep the lead?
Well, I think we'll see the answers here soon enough. Trey Matthews is on the sideline. What do you got this time?
So I listened into the Skyline Bengals' latest huddle, and there was some passion between Rocha and Brown. Seemed like there was some miscommunication on defense, which resulted in that putback layup at the buzzer. So what Skyline needs to do is that they need to tighten up their defense and they need to communicate a little bit better. I think that was quite evident in their recent huddle, and it was definitely fiery and passionate, but it's for the love of the game because they want to come away with the win, and they're only trailing by 6, but basketball is a game of runs. We all know this. Back to you guys.
Milicic pulling up from 3, extends the lead from Canyon International, 62-53, right off the jump. Here to start the fourth quarter. Moss across half court for the Bengals. Guarded by Osundi. Moss works to the left, finds his teammate J.J. Funk. Funk to Alabi at the right hash. Now to Rucker. Rucker out in the corner. He's got a teammate off the mark is Dennis Rocha. A whistle being blown with 7:18 left to play. The Bengals down by 9, and it does not seem to get any easier for the Bengals right now, Ben.
How about that shot, right? I mean, I was going to make a joke about how the CIA might know if the aliens exist, but I think they are the aliens. They got the death beam aimed right here at Skyline Prep. It's ridiculous. Watch out, guys. The Death Star is coming.
These dad jokes are an all-time level, Ben. All-time level.
I feel like it could be worse, but I mean, I don't want them to get on my case, CIA and all.
So there is a technical foul that was called. Malik Moss misses the first shot at the free throw line. Still down by 9, and they will get the ball back, given that it's a technical. Moss, shot number 2, gets it to land. So an 8-point deficit for the Bengals now as they get the ball again and look to cut down on the lead some more. Sawyer inbounds to Rucker. Rucker guarded by Sunday. A bounce pass to Moss. Moss guarded by Milicic. Sawyer keeps it in bounds. Rucker keeps it in the half. Funk out to Rucker. Back to Sawyer. In the corner to Moss. The three-point shot. Can't get it to land. And a Sunday across half court following the defensive rebound. A Sunday Inside to Milicic in the corner. Alabi driving is Moss as he is going up for the shot. The whistle is blown for a shooting foul.
Another couple shots coming up for the Bengals.
Jordan Charles called for the second team foul. 6:38 left to play as the Bengals down by 8, looking to chip away at the lead here. Moss misses his third free throw. His third free throw in a row, I should add.
CIA have initiated their secret rim defense. They put the lid on.
I guess I should clarify the last 3 free throws have been shot by Malik Moss. He's made one of them though, so 1 for 3.
Oh,
looking to go 2 for 4.
Oh, lid is not yet initiated. Got it.
So Moss goes 2 for 4 and is in the last 4 shots at the charity stripe for either player. 6:30 left, exactly down by 7. Canyon International takes it out of bounds. It's McCoy who just walks his foot right on the line. So 6:27 left. Moss inbounding it to Rucker. Down by 7 are the Bengals. Rucker guarded by Charles as he gets across half court. A bounce pass to Alabi. A pass inside to Funk. Spin move around the shot. Push. A whistle blown for another shooting foul. That's 3 straight possessions for the Bengals now that they have gone to this charity stripe bin.
I mean, they're really pushing the pace here now. They want to get to the rim in all capacities, and I think that is their game plan coming into this quarter, being down. And they were down by 9, but now they're bringing the lead back within 7, maybe 6. Yep, 6. Lid hasn't been involved here yet, so it's good for them. All the free throws are 50-50 so far. And that's good if you're trying to get back into the game. But 50-50 might get enough.
1 for 2 on the last trip for J.J. Funk. 3 for 6 on the last 6 shots at the charity stripe for the Bengals. Osurde out to Charles. The left elbow. Still dribbling with it, working. Shot from the left elbow, and Charles with a strong fadeaway.
Mother of mercy.
Mother of mercy. A 3-point elbow shot. Just under 6 minutes left. Down by 9.
Our producers are loving that one, I think.
Sawyer, a mid-range shot. Can't get it to fall. An offensive board for Funk. Pat plays it back out to Moss. Moss with the mid-range. It won't land. And Ogali with the rebound. Charles, another mid-range shot. And my, oh my, mother of mercy again. Back-to-back shots for Jordan Charles. A huge fadeaway 3-point shot at the left elbow. And then a clean fadeaway mid-range shot at the right half of the court. 56-67. Oh, mother of mercy again.
Stop. Cut it out. Cut it out, Jack. 1 was enough. 2 is enough. 3 is way too much. Biggest lead of the game, by the way. We haven't really talked about that.
11
Biggest
points.
lead of the game.
56-67, under 5 minutes, pardon. Rucker with a pass to Moss all by himself. Slam it home. Moss with a big slam dunk to cut the lead down. 67-58. Green with the shot, trying to get the board. Sawyer comes up with it. Funk the other way. From one end to the other, another layup, and the Bengals starting to trend in the right direction, down by 7, about 4.5 minutes left.
And no foul called there. I think that's a huge call, no call for the referees to not put that on Funk. Could have been an extra shot if he made that.
Jordan Charles was dribbling the ball as Damari Sawyer, called for the reach-in foul, the first foul of the second half for Skyline Prep. First team foul. 3 team fouls for the CIA, as you call them, Ben, Canyon International Academy.
Why do you not call him CIA? It's easier that way.
Horan back to Charles in the corner. Charles driving, a pass inside. Try to find Horan. Moss picks it up, keeps it in bounds. Pass inside to Alabi, and a slam dunk! quick basketball for the Bengals, has them down by 5. Canyon International, a solid drive inside as they get to extend the lead up back by 7.
I'll tell you, Jack, the CIA do not like to take prisoners here.
Another pass taken away by Horn on the inside. Charles the other way, drives, blocked away by Funk. A board picked up by Sawyer. Funk up to Moss. A whistle blown. Shot clock needs to be reset again. So the Bengals will be inbounded for the Bengals. The Canyon International asking for a timeout. They have 3 left after this. 3:20 left to play as the Skyline Prep Bengals down by 7 points, Ben.
I mean, we just saw some Lob City Clippers looking Bengals right there. That was fantastic. Very impressive run and dunk drives for the Bengals. I mean, that's how you want to get back into the game, Jack. From a run inside, they usually, at the beginning of this quarter, running inside, drew some fouls. This time, they don't want to be looking for fouls. They're trying to get a basket. And every single time down the floor now, when they're in transition, watch out. They're coming up top for the dunk. CIA, however, just making their shots, fundamental basketball. It's looking good for them. They know what they're doing. Like we said, they're taking 0 prisoners right now. CIA ahead just by 7. And Trey, for the last time here, look at Trey Matthews. He's back. Sideline, what do we have?
So basically the time is not the friend for the Bengals. They got to get their offense fast and potent if they want any chance to make the comeback. So expect for them to run and gun a little bit to try to amount the comeback, because you're going to see that time will not be their friend as the clock runs down.
Down by 5, under 3 minutes to play. Rucker steals it away. A pass in front. The shot, the layup, drained by Malik Moss. Down by just 3 points now. A back and forth affair. Green drives inside, has it taken away. It will stay in possession of Canyon International. Pardon. It's called Bengals ball, saying Charles was the last to touch it. And no, actually, I was correct. They changed the call, the initial call. So, Ben, you were initially correct. But Canyon International will be inbounding the ball. A little kerfuffle on the court before the inbound. Dane and Rucker. I can't tell who that is for Canyon International. A little shoving battle, though. Looks like it's Rakeem Green. Charles tries to inbound it, but a 5-second violation as he tries to get it off his hands. So 2:43 left. The Skyline Prep, will inbound it down by just 1 possession, 3 points to be precise.
Ball don't lie.
Sawyer inbounds it to Brown, back to Sawyer. Sawyer takes it across half court, passes it to Moss. Moss keeps it inbounds. Moss up top to Brown. Brown guarded well, but drives inside the layup, and one possibility. Doesn't get the shot to fall. Does land on the ground.
That ball was in the air while he was down. He threw it up on a prayer. Didn't fall, but we got a couple more free throws here. 50% shooting, though, for the entire team in this half. So we'll see if they get to sink these 2 here. Bring it in within 1.
So 2:32 left. 2 shots for Brown at the line. Makes the first one. Bengals down by 2. Just need a layup at this point.
Yeah, but if you're the CIA, you don't mess around. I mean, you got 2 guys out there that will get a bucket whenever you want.
Brown goes 2 for 2. Cuts the lead down to 1. Full court pressure. Green pushes Brown. Moss gets the inbound, though. Up to Brown. Brown from the elbow drives inside. Strong finish on the inside. Up by a point. Here comes Green the other way. nothing but space in between. A board for Alabi. And now Brown, the other way. In the corner, the three-pointer for the Bengals. It won't fall. Milicic up to Charles. Coast to coast. And Milicic with the putback. Canyon International back up by 1. Moss, guarded by Green. Moss dribbling it forwards. He will spin and turn around. Moss, double guarded here. There will be a reach-in foul. It'll be called against Jelani McCoy. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. The 15th foul on Canyon International compared to the Bengals. 1 throughout the entire second half.
They've been really well disciplined in the second half, the Bengals. What to foul and where to do it. They've been doing it pretty well all game, but especially here in the fourth quarter where they have really reeled it in, bring them back within 1 point after being down by 11. I mean, talk about that comeback within just one quarter.
So Moss misses the first shot. He has a chance to even the score at 71 all with 1:49 if he can make this free throw.
This guy's been incredible all game, and he's got it in him. This is 50-50 right here, so this one's flip of the quarter. Oh.
In and out. It's McCoy who gets the rebound. Whistle blown, 1:45 left. Rucker will check back into the game for Damari Sawyer.
Malik can't be too happy with himself there. I mean, that's 2 shots that you have to make. You better hit it, but just couldn't make him fall that time.
Charles with the ball in his hands, guarded by Brown, screened by Milicic. Charles driving inside, gets the easy layup, up by 3, 1.5 left. Moss tries to work inside himself and gets another layup, cuts the lead back to 1. Another full court press for the Bengals. Brown guarding Charles. Moss on Green. Charles dribbles to his right, bounce pass, and then the ball will just go out of bounds. 1:12 to play here in the fourth quarter. Just a 1-point affair.
Heads up.
CIA up 73-72.
Heads up, Danon got hit right in the head on that pass.
Green inbounds it to Charles. Charles near the corner, dribbles towards the top. Milicic tries to work his way around Alabi, but will be called for a travel. 1:03 left. And this could decide the game bin.
Yeah, that travel call is huge.
Skyline. Inbounded to Brown. Brown guarded by Osurde. Across half court, Brown driving inside. Brown with an easy wide open layup. A 1-point lead. Under 50 seconds to play. Charles across half court. He's going to take it himself and blocked away. Alabi tries to keep his team alive. Green gets the board. Charles with the ball. 33 seconds left. Charles guarded by Moss. Milicic with the screen. Charles still with the ball in his hands. Guarded by Rocha. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Dishes it out to his teammate. Osurde, the elbow 3. It's no good. Malik Moss picks up the rebound. And Daquan Brown. A timeout called. 13.3 seconds away from victory in Skyline. From down 9 points in 8 minutes, and they are about to come back and win by 1 bin.
And Coach just said it best, relax. Relax right now, or else this is going to be a really tough end. Because if you just fumble the ball at the very end here, you're not going to get exactly what you want. You're up by 1. You have to relax. Stay disciplined. Do not let this fall away from you. You have built this lead back, and you are in it to win it. Trey, you have 13 seconds left. What do we have?
Basically, one word: relax. Because now Skyline has possession of the ball with 3/10 of a second remaining. So they got to try to inbound it cleanly because most likely they're going to be hacked and they're going to shoot free throws. So the main talking point is RELAX. Relax.
He said it. I said it. Coach said it. Everyone's saying it. Guys, keep it calm. 13 seconds. Let them foul you. You're cool. But, Jack, if they foul and they head to the free throw line, they have been missing a lot of free throws. This game is still in. They can still happen for the CIA.
Yeah,
It's not
both
locked.
teams are pretty close to 50% from the free throw line tonight. Quan Brown having a talk over with one of his coaches one last time. It'll be Dennis Rocha to inbound it for the Bengals.
Here comes Rucker for the ball.
Inbound it to Rucker. Rucker with a ton of space, nobody to foul, and Rucker able to cut a ton of seconds off the clock. 6.8 seconds before they stop the game clock and get a foul.
And that was a pretty strange call. I don't think that the ref that called it could not even see that from the other side. He didn't touch him.
Yeah, Coach Thomas definitely vocal in that call. There was no foul. He didn't even touch him, as you mentioned, Ben. So definitely a confusing call, but able to get some points on the board.
It's one of those Rucker has to hit it. And even if he hits this next one, Jack, they can still run down the floor, get a three, and we got overtime. Now that would be something.
This is another important shot to make because it makes it a three-point game. Important to keep in mind, Ben, as you said. Second shot is good, so a three-point affair for Skyline Prep. 6.8 seconds left. What's the play that the Canyon International is running, and how can Skyline Prep stop that, Ben?
I got 2 words. Jordan Charles. That guy is a bucket. He has not missed these shots. He has been clutch so far. In that run that got him up by 11 points, Charles was everything for the CIA. Or you could go another route. Jovan Milosevic, huge on the three. He's a big guy, but he's got big bucket energy for him. He can hit anything too. Then you got Rakeem Green. You got 3 guys that can hit this shot. McCoy, he can hit it. Anything can happen here. I think you go to Jordan Charles though. You got to set a screen, get a ball fake, make him take a really good shot. But if you're a Skyline, make him take the toughest shot possible, and you want to hand it to the guy who cannot shoot. And Jordan Charles is not that guy. He is the other side. He will shoot it, whatever defense you give him, and he's made it over tough defense in this game.
6.8 seconds left. Canyon International down by 3. They have 1 possession left.
Charles will run the baseline right here.
Osurde
Gets the ball.
inbounds it to Charles. A whistle blown though, and another timeout called by Canyon International. 0.9 seconds, a race from the game clock. 5.9 left.
Yeah, inbounding the ball there just wasted a little bit of time. Oh, it'll go back up to 6.8. Back to 6.8 where it was earlier. So it's just a replay of that possession.
So getting another chance to look over at the script and the game plan one final time before going out there and seeing if they can hit a 3-point shot to take this game into overtime.
The inbounding here is critical. You got full court pressure. How do you get around it, and how do you get enough space to hit the shot, let alone the time? Time is their biggest enemy right now. It was the Bengals' biggest enemy. Now it's their strongest ally.
Well, Ben, to answer your question, we're about to find out here. The inbound coming up. McCoy inbounding it for Canyon International. We'll see how they create space if they can. McCoy inbounds it to Charles. Under 5, across half court. McCoy to his teammate Green. The 3-point shot. It's off the mark. It's game over. Skyline Prep wins it in a nail biter by 3 points. My, oh my, what a back and forth game, Ben.
It looks like the CIA did find the aliens. It wasn't them. It was indeed Malik Moss, Danon Rucker. Oh my God, can't we even talk about everyone else here? Dennis Rocha, JJ Funk, Damari Sawyer, DeQuan Brown. My God, what a great game for Brown. And to end it off with that 6-second shot, they had to make it. Couldn't get it to go. It was the right play. Green, they'd run it again if they could, a million times over. Had the open shot for Green. He's made it before. Just didn't fall in for them.
Well, Ben, it has been an absolute pleasure to get to do our first Yardley call together.
Amen, brother.
Here at Skyline Prep High School. Put it here.
There we go.
It has been an absolute privilege and an honor. From Jack Bartlett, Ben Yates, Skyline Prep takes this game 76-73. Everybody else involved with Inferno TV, Tyler Cass, Chase Beardsley, Ernie Jimenez, Trey Matthews, Adam Coonan, and everybody else involved with Inferno TV. We say thank you so much for listening, tuning in, and we say good night.
Mother mercy, man. Crazy.